Many of you may already be prepping those game day menus for Sunday, but first we want to make sure you're aware of the proper way to handle the food before the big game.
Yeah, from your hand to your mouth. That's how I handle it. Experts say leaving food out for 4 hours can be a recipe for disaster, causing bacteria or even food poisoning. Joining us to share some safety tips is USDA food safety specialist Kenneth King. Good morning, Kenneth. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's start off in a general sense when it comes to food safety and preparation at a party. Give us some general guidelines.
Right, so when it comes to food safety during your Super Bowl party, we have 4 simple steps that'll go a long way to keep you safe, and that is clean, separate, cook, and chill. So by clean, we mean to make sure that you and your party guests are all washing your hands before touching food. This will go a long way to keep everyone safe. The next is separate, and this is simply keeping your raw meat and poultry separate from your fruits and vegetables. So if you have raw chicken wings, very popular on the Super Bowl game day, make sure those are placed on a separate cutting board than fruits and vegetables like your celery and carrots, for example. The third step is cook, and this simply means to make sure we're cooking our meat and poultry to a safe internal temperature by using a food thermometer. So if you're cooking chicken wings on game day, make sure they're cooked to 165 degrees internally by measuring it with the food thermometer. And the last step is chill, and this simply means to make sure any food sitting out at room temperature for more than 2 hours is placed back in the refrigerator.
All right, so if by the end of the game, you realize things have been left out, you think it's better just to toss those dishes?
So we have a phrase which means when in doubt, throw it out. So if that food has been sitting out at room temperature for the entire game, the whole 4-hour duration, that's when bacteria grows inside of the food, and this is what can get us sick. So if you're unsure on how long your food's been sitting out at room temperature, the safest thing to do is unfortunately discard it.
Yeah, that's always painful to do, but it's better than getting sick. Now, Kenneth, one of the things I've done sometimes is order in some food, but you got to order it in before the game, and then, you put it out in the tray. What are some guidelines for that when you order in food that's maybe already been cooked?
That's a great question. So if you're ordering food before the game, just make sure that there's someone there to receive the food before the game, place it into a refrigerator to keep it cool until it's time to serve that food. And if you are serving food during the game, the rule is to just keep hot foods hot and cold foods cold. So if you're ordering some kind of meat, maybe chicken wings or anything like this, you want to just make sure they're kept hot during the game if you're serving them. You could do this by using slow cookers, chafing dishes, warming trays, anything that'll keep it hot. And if you have a cold food, maybe you have dipping sauce for your celery or carrots, potato salad, anything like this. You want to make sure that you are keeping it cold during the game. You can place it on a tray nestled under some ice, and this will help keep it cold. That way you can serve it safely while enjoying the game.
And you've been mentioning handling poultry, so could you debunk a myth perhaps? Many people feel that washing chicken is a good idea, but it's not, is it?
Yes, so the poultry washing debate has been going on for a while. We recommend against washing your raw poultry just because when the water splashes on the raw poultry, it spreads bacteria through your kitchen. So we recommend against washing poultry.
All right, I will not bathe my poultry before preparing. All right, Kenneth, I got a personal question. I'm a big deviled eggs fan, but it's always risky. You show up to a party, you see the tray of deviled eggs, you don't know how long it's been sitting there.
There is that debate.
If you can't get one of your sucker friends to eat one before you, but you're curious, what should I do when I see the tray of deviled eggs?
Well, if they've been sitting out past that 2-hour window, that's when it can be quite dangerous to eat them. So in that case, you want to make sure that they are deviled eggs can be kept cold. So you need to make sure that they're next to some ice. That way they're kept cold. Or you could just place them back in the refrigerator if no one is eating them. But again, if you're in doubt and maybe it's been past that 2-hour window, the safest thing to do is to not eat that and to discard it.
The deviled eggs.
Oh, I've definitely eaten some spoiled deviled eggs then in my life because you go back for seconds, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's so tempting.
That is unfortunate. All right, Kenneth, if people want to get some of the tips you've shared with us, I can't remember, maybe where can they go consult it? Is there a webpage or something like that?
Yes, for anything food safety related, you can visit our website, foodsafety.gov, or if you would like to speak with a food safety specialist, you can call our meat and poultry hotline at 1-888-674-6854. We speak Spanish and English, and we're open from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Your full information on this one hotline I had no idea existed. Kenneth, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Very informative.